Hello to everyone at Prezi Day 2015 in the Netherlands. We hope you're learning lots of great stuff that you can use to make awesome presentations using Prezi. My name's Kris, I'm from Prezi Training and Design here in Sydney, Australia. We're the Australian experts and we design presentations in Prezi for clients, and we also teach them how to use Prezi to make great presentations. Now, if you're new to Prezi or you've been using Prezi a while, the fundamental process stays the same. You plan your content outside of Prezi. When you open Prezi, you work out where the content will go, and then you lay out the animation. If you get the planning part right, the design and layout will work well, and it will create a nice, smooth journey through your presentation. Once you've nailed that, we'd like to be able to share 3 tips on how to lay out your content to be able to make a great Prezi. Now, if you're coming to Australia, we'd love to have you here. But be careful, we've got some beautiful landscape and scenery, but as you might know, not all of it is kind. There's a few things to watch out for, and let's use this Prezi as a bit of an example to share the tips. Let's look at the first tip, at the beach. This tip is lay out content from left to right. European languages use a left to right layout, and our brain and eyes are used to that format of scanning from left to right. So when you're using Prezi to lay out your content, move it from left to right, and it will feel more natural for your audience compared to this way if you're going from right to left. Also, if you've got lots of content and it doesn't work on left to right, work it out in circles. Circles are great for layout because you can fit quite a lot of content in, and when you go to present, a circle type approach in the layout will actually create a really nice, smooth, pleasant journey through your content. So lay out content left to right or in a circle is tip number 1. Tip number 2, at the mountains. And this tip is copy and paste layouts for consistency. When you're using that space within Prezi and spending a bit of time in creating layouts within a frame, if you start again in a new space, what you find it's going to lack consistency and it's going to take a bit of time to be able to recreate that content. What we'd suggest, our tip, is copy and paste the frame, including the content. What this means is that you've got a layout ready to go, and all you need to do is replace the content. There we go, adding in the past to the frames, and what we can see is a really nice consistency, and by keeping the frame size the same, it's got a beautiful flow to it as well too. The next tip, if you actually want to use that content or that layout style in another Prezi, select all of it and use favorites. That means it's going to store online to your Prezi account that you can then go and insert directly into any other Prezi presentation. It's going to save a lot of time and keep things looking great and consistent. Tip number 3, use visual anchors. What do we mean by that? Well, it's this idea is that when we zoom into a section, not to zoom just into white space, but to be able to use the artwork or integrate the artwork with the frame together. So what you can see here is the frame actually sits outside the white space, we've got a header, and the content sits inside it. If we look at the alternative, putting it all within white space, if we start doing this all the time, it means that it's going to enhance the feeling of zoominess. Maybe people feel a little bit sick from that, where if we use a visual anchor, it looks better, it has space for our headings, and it means that when we zoom into the content, here we go, zoom into white space, compared to zooming in where we've got a visual anchor. Zooming in with a visual anchor just helps that feeling of motion be reduced. Get going with these things and you're on your way to making an awesome Prezi presentation. In Australia we say good on you. We hope you have a great Prezi Day 2015.